So good morning children. I was doing the functions of commercial bank. Under the functions of commercial bank, the two functions of commercial bank I have already completed. The first function is accepting deposit. The second function is advancing loan. Alright, let me just revise you people. See, let me tell you one thing. Money and banking this year is important because maximum portion are being reduced from the syllabus. So from this year I am expecting from money and banking you will definitely get 8 to 10 marks questions from money and banking chapter. Is it clear? So you people need to understand this chapter properly, and money as I have already completed, so try to learn money chapter properly. From money chapter itself you will get 4 to 6 marks question. Just remember it. So money and banking is very important for your this year board examination. Alright, so now see functions of commercial bank I have started. I have explained you acceptance. First function of commercial bank is to accept deposit. Okay, so commercial bank, one of the important primary function of commercial bank is to accept the deposits from the public. And commercial bank accepts deposit from the public under 3 categories. First is current account deposit, second is saving account deposit, third is fixed deposit account. Now current account deposit is the account which is completely payable on demand and in which there is no restriction on the amount and number of withdrawal. Since there is no restriction on the amount and number of withdrawal, that is why the rate of interest given here is no rate of interest is given. No rate of interest is given at all to the customer because they are payable on demand. Is it clear? So that is your current account deposit, then your saving account deposit. Saving account deposit is also payable on demand, but there are certain minimum restrictions imposed on the customers on the amount and number of withdrawals. Since some restrictions are imposed, that is why a nominal rate of interest is given to the customers by the bank. That is the second category of accepting deposit. The third category is fixed deposit account. Fixed deposit account is not payable on demand. That is the most important thing you need to remember. It is not payable on demand. Fixed deposit account is not payable on demand. Under this deposit, the customer's deposits are given sum of money in the bank for a fixed period of time, say 6 months minimum, then 1 year, then 2 years, then 3 years, then 5 years. They deposit. And it cannot be withdrawn. So there is a complete and full restrictions on the withdrawal of money. Since there is a restriction, that is why a good rate of interest is given to the customer by the bank under the fixed deposit account. Under the fixed deposit account, we have one more option available for the customer which is called recurring deposit. Recurring means depositing the given sum of money in the bank for a fixed period of time but on installment basis or at a particular period of time. That is called recurring deposit. Then we have completed the first primary function of commercial bank. The second primary function of commercial bank is advancing of loan. Commercial bank advances loan to its customer. It advances loan to its customer under 4 categories. The first one is cash credit. The second one is outright loan or term loan, outright loans. The third one is overdraft facility, and the fourth one is discounting bills of exchange. Several times in 2 marks they ask the question, distinguish between overdraft facility and discounting bills of exchange. Many a times they ask the question, what is overdraft facility? So overdraft facility and discounting bills of exchange is very important for your short answer question, for 2 marks question. So you must learn these things in particular. Okay. So now what is cash credit? Now cash credit is the type of loan in which the entire amount of loan sanctioned is not credited to borrower's account. Is not credited. Suppose a person has taken 10 lakh rupees, full 10 lakh rupees is not going to be transferred into the borrower's account. No. Under this kind of the loan, the borrower can withdraw the money as and when he requires. Okay, what is the most important thing for the borrower is this only, that borrower will pay rate of interest not on the whole amount of loan sanctioned, but only on the amount of loan he has actually withdrawn from the bank. That is the best part of cash credit. Then second is outright loans. Outright loan is just opposite the cash credit loan. Under outright loan, the borrower is the bank will sanction the entire loan amount in the borrower's account. Since the entire amount is sanctioned in the borrower's account, that is why even if the borrower will withdraw a limited money, but then also he has to pay the rate of interest on the total loan amount sanctioned by the bank to the borrower. Okay, now what is the third one? Overdraft facility. What do you mean by overdraft facility? Under overdraft facility, the borrower must have current account with the bank. Everyone cannot get the facility called overdraft facility. Who gets the facility of overdraft from any bank? The customer or the person who already has a account in the bank and who already has a minimum balance in his account. So what is overdraft facility? You need to learn properly. When a customer gets overdraft facility from the bank, then the borrower is allowed to withdraw the amount in excess of the balance. This is the key line. In excess of the balance standing in his account up to a limited extent. Okay, this is there. This I have given you people yesterday. One line I forgot to give you, which you have to write today. After the meaning you write, the rate of interest will be charged only on the amount withdrawn by the borrower, not on the total amount which is being decided by the borrower and the bank. Okay, so one more line you include under overdraft facility, the rate of interest will be charged only on the borrowed amount. Till here. Then, fourth point, discounting bills of exchange. So commercial bank also discount the bills of exchange on behalf of its customer. The bills of exchange like draft is issued for a period of 90 days. It means that bills of exchange, the person cannot encash it before the period of 90 days. So when commercial bank discount the bills of exchange of its customer means commercial bank provide the cash amount mentioned in the bill to its customer by deducting its own commission. Is it clear? This is called discounting bills of exchange. So we have completed yesterday the advancing loan function. So we have completed the primary functions of commercial bank. So in place of this, question may ask in exam that explain the primary functions of commercial bank. What do you have to explain? Accepting loans and accepting deposit and advancing loan are the two primary functions of commercial bank. Is it clear? Now we are going to start with the third function, that is agency functions. Write down the third function, that is called agency functions. Now, what are the agency function? Apart from accepting deposit and advancing loan, commercial bank also performs certain agency function for its customer. Like what are the agency function? Agency function like the commercial bank collect payment made through checks, draft, bills of exchange, hundis and other financial instruments on behalf of its customer. Alright, means customer will not collect, bank will collect on behalf of its customer the different kinds of the payment made to the customer. Who collects that? Bank. This is agency function. Second agency function, the bank can also make and collect various types of payment on behalf of its customer. What kind of the payment? Payments like taxes which the customer pay to the government, payment like premium which the customer has to pay to the different people. All these things bank does on behalf of its customers. What is the third agency function? The commercial bank also acts as the agent of customers. Agent where? In the stock market. Who is the agent of a person in the stock market? It is the commercial bank. That is the third agency function. Fourth agency function is this, that they render agency services such as buying and selling of foreign currency, national savings certificate, units of UTI on behalf of its customer. Fourth, commercial banks are also authorized. Some commercial banks are authorized by the central bank to deal in foreign trade. Is it clear? The commercial bank also is a trustee and executor of its customers. So these are the agency functions of commercial bank. So write down now, children, agency function. The third function, agency function. So in exam they will ask, explain the agency functions of commercial bank. Alright. So write down all of you. Agency function. Under this you write, commercial bank also provide various types of agency functions to its customers. Right? The commercial bank also provide various types of agency functions to its customers. Full stop. Then write, for providing such functions, commercial bank charge some commission. For providing such function, commercial bank charge some commission from its customers. Full stop. Then write, the main agency functions are, write number 1. No heading is there. Okay. Point wise you people have to write. Write number 1. The commercial bank collect payment. The commercial bank collect payments through check, draft, bills of exchange, etc. on behalf of its customers. That is the first agency function. Write down. Commercial bank collect payments. Commercial bank collects payments like checks, draft, bills of exchange on behalf of its customers. Second point. Commercial bank make and collect various types of payment. Commercial bank make and collect various types of payment on behalf of its customers. Like insurance premium, taxes, etc. Third agency function. The commercial bank is an agent of its customers. The commercial bank is an agent of its customers in the sale and purchase of stock and shares. Repeating again, the commercial bank is an agent of its customers in the sale and purchase of stocks and shares. Number 4th point. On behalf of its customers, commercial bank also buy and sell foreign currency. On behalf of its customer, commercial bank also buy and sell foreign currency, national savings certificate and units of UTI. Full stop. Then last point, the commercial bank act as a trustee and executor of its customers. The commercial bank act as a trustee and executor of its customers. Full stop. So these are the agency functions of commercial bank. Now write down the next. That is the 4th function. Write general utility function. 4th function, general utility function. Now general utility, you know that bank provide locker facility. If somebody wants to go to travel to other areas, then they get the traveler checks from the bank. These are the providing locker facility, providing travel checks to its customer are coming under the general utility function. Means commercial bank also provides satisfaction, utility to its customers. In what ways? That you need to study. So write down. General utility services is the 4th function of commercial bank. Write very fast. General utility services. Write down. Commercial bank also provide certain general utility services. Commercial bank also provide certain general utility services which are mentioned below. Then give a dash, then write number 1. It provides locker facility. Number 2, it issue traveler checks, gifts and check. It issue traveler checks and gift checks. Number 3, it provide credit cards. Number 4, it help customers in providing tax assistance. It help customers in providing tax assistance, investment and financial advice. Investment and financial advice. Is it clear? So this is the 4th function of commercial bank. Right on the last function of commercial bank completed. Credit creation. That is the 5th function of commercial bank. Credit creation. Commercial bank creates credit. Now try to understand this first. How a commercial bank creates credit? What is the process that we are going to study the next topic? Process of credit creation of commercial bank. That we'll study the next topic. That I'm going to explain you tomorrow, drawing the chart and all. That we will do. Process of credit creation of commercial bank. But what is credit creation? Credit creation is one of the most important and unique functions. Suppose in 2 marks they will ask, explain the unique function of commercial bank. Which is the unique function? The only unique function of commercial bank is credit creation. Okay? So what is the unique function of commercial bank? Is to create credit. Commercial bank create credit is the unique function of commercial bank. Remember, children. And how commercial bank create credit? Commercial bank create credit by accepting deposit and advancing loan. Okay? How commercial bank create credit? By 2 of its primary functions. What are its 2 primary functions? Accepting deposit and advancing loan. And with the help of its 2 primary functions, that is accepting deposit and advancing loan, commercial bank create credit. Is it clear to all of you? Please write down now. Credit creation. Under credit creation, write down the first fact. One of the most important and unique function of commercial bank is to create credit. Full stop. Then write, commercial bank create credit through its 2 primary functions. Commercial bank create credit through its 2 primary functions, that is by accepting deposits and advancing loan. Full stop. ठीक है? So commercial bank कैसे credit create करते हैं? इसके 2 primary function की help से. What are the 2 primary functions? First, it accept deposit and use that deposit to advance loan, and advancing loan is nothing but credit creation. How we will explain? You will able to understand tomorrow. Write down the last fact. When commercial bank advances loan, it is nothing but the credit creation. When commercial bank advances loan, it is nothing but the credit creation. Full stop. Is it clear? So today we have completed the functions of commercial bank. The primary functions of commercial bank is accepting deposit and advancing loans. These are the 2 primary functions. Apart from this, commercial bank also provide agency functions. Agency functions it provides by cutting and deducting commission. It make payment like taxes, insurance premium on behalf of its customers. It purchase stocks and shares on behalf of its customers. It buy and sell the foreign currency, the national certificate, the UTI on behalf of its customer. Commercial bank act as an executive and trustee on behalf of its customer. These are the various agency functions of commercial bank. What are the general utility functions of commercial bank? It provides locker facility, it issues traveler checks, gift check, then it provide credit card, then it helped their customers in providing tax assistance, investment and financial advice. Okay, and what is the last function of commercial bank? Credit creation, which is a unique function of commercial bank. Commercial bank creates credit by two of its primary functions, that is accepting deposit and advancing loan. And advancing loan is nothing but the process of credit creation. Okay, so we have completed today the functions of commercial bank. Tomorrow I am going to complete the process of credit creation by commercial bank. Okay, for today only this much. Thank you, children.